Hey, welcome in. Well, Barkley almost makes me want to watch the NBA again. But not quite. I'm afraid the professional leagues lost me when they went woke. But you know what? When I did finally cancel professional sports leagues, a wonderful thing happened. It turned out that I didn't care all along. That's right, I realized the whole thing was completely meaningless and pointless, and I didn't give a damn. And as it turned out, my life was actually much better and much more productive. And this is surprising. I mean, not spending hours watching grown men play children's games? Who could have guessed that I would have found better, more productive things to do with my time? Now, I should confess, Saturday nights I still do watch boxing. That's my one indulgence. That's it. And boxing is not woke, by the way. And the way those guys earn their money, as far as I'm concerned, they can say whatever the hell they want. But anyway, here's the headline. Charles Barkley announces departure from NBA show. Blasts jackasses trying to get you canceled on the way out. You can't even have fun nowadays. Yeah, and Barkley's been the only good thing about the NBA for years anyway. But let's see what they have to say. You can say goodbye to the greatest NBA studio show of all time and make sure to thank cancel culture for it. Quote, inside the NBA star, Charles Barkley, the face of the show for the past 21 years, announced on Washington sports radio station 106.7 The Fan, he will be leaving the show when he turns 60, calling his bosses cowards for bowing down to woke culture. And this is why people love Barkley. Quote, it's gotten so out of hand now, I couldn't imagine having to watch myself. You can't even have fun nowadays without these jackasses trying to get you canceled and things like that. And he says he'll be a part of the show for the next 2 years before he calls it quits. Though it's yet to be seen if he'll last that long, considering his comments regarding his bosses at TNT. Considering the NBA ratings these days, they might be wise to keep him on as long as they can. Just going to interrupt for 1 second to say if you like this content, subscribe so you can see more. Thanks a lot. Quote, I'm just having fun talking about sports. I'm trying to hang on for another couple of years until I'm 60, and then they can kiss my ass. I'm only working until 60. I've already told them that. We can't even have fun anymore. And that's the thing about woke. It's not fun. It is miserable and serious and antiseptic. It's more antiseptic than a hospital ward. It's just a coat of ammonia over everything. There's about 4 jokes you can tell. And if you go outside of that, somebody's going to be offensive. Somebody's going to interpret it the wrong way. And then what happens? Maybe your career gets ruined. Maybe you lose all your social media accounts. Anyway, it continues. We've had fun all these years. And now all of a sudden, in the past year and a half, everybody's trying to get everybody fired. And it really sucks. Yes, and it's get woke, go broke. Because ratings are down for everything, because everything's boring now. Everything is boring and antiseptic. You can't tell a joke if everybody's worried about one person somewhere being offended. Let me tell you this. It's not a good joke unless somebody's offended. That's what makes it funny. Anyway, Barkley, who has made a living with his hot takes and irreverent humor, said the conversations behind the scenes are now about making sure not to offend anyone. Again, not fun. All we ever talk about behind the scenes now is be careful going in this direction. We can't even have fun anymore. A lot of our bosses are cowards. But it's just a lack of business sense as well. You have to give your customers a reason to keep coming back. And critical theory lectures doesn't really do it. Anyway, Barkley continues, one of my favorite phrases is, we agree to disagree. Yeah, that's something for a civilized society, right? I think that's colonialism or something. I'm not mad. I don't want you to be mad. We just disagree. But unfortunately, it's been happening for a couple of years. If people disagree with you, they're going to get fired. They're coming for your head. And I think this part is what Barkley's really in trouble for. His most famous running joke is about the city of San Antonio and the women that live there. So women are a protected group that you can't make fun of. So even in a hyper-masculine culture like the NBA, or any professional sports league. I guess you're just not allowed to be a guy. But anyway, it's always been known to be a joke, with residents in San Antonio getting in on it as well. And the thing is, he's not doing it in like a cruel way. And apparently San Antonio just gets in on the joke. Really, nobody's hurt by this. But anyway, Barkley says that TNT won't let him use the joke anymore, putting an end to one of the best segments on the show. If you crack a joke the wrong way, Barkley said, they're like, oh, no, you crossed the line. I mean, they won't even let me talk about San Antonio anymore when I'm always talking about their big old women down in San Antonio. They're like, Charles, we got one lady who wrote an article. I'm like, first of all, I didn't call anybody personally fat in San Antonio. I was just joking around. We've been having fun with this for probably 10 to 15 years. We go to San Antonio. The people there are having a blast with it. The people in San Antonio had t-shirts made up. But again, don't forget, woke isn't fun. You're not allowed to take things in stride. You're not allowed to give somebody the benefit of the doubt. You see something that's not woke orthodoxy, it has to be disinfected right now. And if you can call somebody racist in the process, that's all the better. And here what he says next, the wokesters are not going to like at all. Quote, man, I think most white people and black people are great people. I really believe that in my heart. But I think our system is set up where our politicians, whether they're Republicans or Democrats, are designed to make us not like each other, so they can keep their grasp on money and power. And I agree that just most regular people, regardless of where they come from, are good people. I think that what we have now is a fringe minority who holds extremist ideas that simply have a totally inappropriate amount of power. They have just managed to get into all of the institutions, all of them. Academia, the media, the tech sector, and they're certainly in politics. Most people don't think like them, but they've created this illusion that they do. Anyway, I mean, this is all in all a good message from Barkley. And it is certain to make the shrieking, crying, throwing things, purple-haired gremlins furious. And for that, if nothing else, I'm happy. Anyway, that's all I got to say about that. Please subscribe, like, and share. That really helps me out. If you just like to listen, there's the podcast, Radio Baloney. It's on pretty much every platform. If you look for it, you will find it. Thank you very much. I'll see you next time.